everyone. Welcome to Cinema Express. My name is
Hi.
Shreyas.
Hi, Shreyas.
And first of all, congratulations for putting together the show. I've seen it and it's really.
Seen all the episodes?
I've seen 3 episodes
Oh,
and
wow.
totally liking it till now. And what really struck me was the pilot episode. I think kudos to you for making it in such a thrilling pace. It introduces the show. Introduces the world of the show really well, and kind of gives hints of the nuances that are at play, which will be explored in the later episodes. So I wanted to start by asking as to how the show is based in a completely unexplored territory. It's about pirates. It's set in Somalia, shot in South Africa. There's a ship. It gets hijacked. There are a crew who are stuck in the middle. So how did all of you come to associate with the project, and what was the process like?
So the show was written by Suparn and Vishal Kapoor, and Shailesh got the idea to them. So it was there. The development had begun way before we were contacted. Shailesh is a friend, but he was, I think, working with Vasan at that time.
Okay.
On this, and then Vasan got committed to Monica, Oh My Darling. Scam was released. I was committed to Scoop,
Right.
and so Shailesh called me, said कि ये sir आपको करना पड़ेगा, that kind of a thing. He always does that.
Okay.
थोड़ा he blackmails me into all these things, and so I said मैं करना भी चाहता हूँ, लेकिन how? So then I said only way possible is that Jai does it.
Okay.
And so we started with that, and I said it's Jay's decision, it's not mine. He has to want to do it. You see, but it was, I think, an exciting story from many, perspectives. Like you have pirates, you have the crew, and you have Vikrant and his life. So you have the privileged, you have the middle class
Yeah.
as the crew, and you have these people who are almost below poverty line and who are driven to piracy because of. So you have almost the entire socio-economic strata all trapped together in one place.
Right.
So it is while it is a thriller and all that, I think it is also, if you look at it deeper, you realize that the world that we live in is together in the middle of the ocean on a vessel.
Right.
And that's, I mean, the world is a vessel finally.
Right.
The approach was simple. The approach was to be as true to the story as possible and to make it as fun as possible and as engaging. It's very easy to make something very serious, and it's not hard. But to make something very engaging and also entertaining and also have its nuances. I mean, it can have everything and still be fun to watch. It doesn't always have to be like,
Right. One of the things that struck me was the casting. Like all of these Gujarati-looking people are stuck there. Even Vivek, Jai Mehta, and others who have very reputation of acting in comedy films, and their presence itself is sort of under the layer funny. So how was that like? How did the casting happen?
So a lot of the casting, I mean, the credit goes to Mukesh Chabra. I think he is fantastic, and he's also a very close collaborator of ours. We've always worked with him, and Chirag bhai and Gaurav Sharma and I go back because I was an AD on Gangs of Wasipur.
Oh, okay.
So I've known him since then.
Right.
And it was a suggestion I had given Mukesh, saying that Mukesh bhai, let's test him. He's like, no, test mat kar, le, superb hai,
He is very good.
He's like, le, superb hai, Chirag bhai also, I mean, he's such a lovely man. Even Jai Upadhyay, they're such lovely people. And we've also worked with them on Scam.
Yeah.
So
Chirag was also there in Scoop.
he was also in Scoop.
Right.
Yeah. So,
In-house actor.
Yeah.
And Chirag I have known since he was in his early 20s. He had played a lead in a Ketan Mehta serial when he had hair on his head.
Oh.
So I've known him since he had hair on his head. And I've seen him balding over the years.
Amruta and Vivek.
यार मेरा तो audition हुआ था, and एक audition हुआ, and then it went to Jai, and then that is how I got selected. All thanks to Mukesh again. Yes.
हुआ नहीं था, इन्होंने
छीन लिया था मैंने,
छीन
छीन
लिया
लिया
था।
था। मतलब वो होता ना कि ऑफिस में बातें होती रहती है कि ऐसी कास्टिंग चल रही है, ऐसी कास्टिंग चल रही है। मैं कुछ और ही चीज़ के लिए गई थी और मैंने कहा मुकेश से मुझे इसका ऑडिशन करना है। अरे नहीं 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 छोड़ दे, ये बाद में कर लेंगे। मैंने कहा नहीं, इसका ही करना है मुझे। तो मतलब वो स्क्रिप्ट लेके मैंने बाकायदा वहाँ पे ऑडिशन किया। मैंने कहा दे दो, भेज दो।
स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ के व्हाट वाज योर थॉट्स?
आई थिंक द वो कॉन्फ्रंटेशन का ही हमारा सीन था जो मुझे स्क्रिप्ट में
Okay.
हाँ वही वाला मिला था। एंड देखो आपको जब कुछ करना होता है ना, जब आपके मन में एक हो जाता है कि ये मुझे करना है, देन तो फिर यू नो आर्या पार ऐसे होता है। सो थॉट से भी ज़्यादा आई थिंक इट वाज वो दिली तमन्ना होती है ना आपकी, ये करना ही है करके, वो वाली चीज़ थी।
है ना, वो एक बार कमिटमेंट कर लिया तो
हाँ।
मैं खुद की भी नहीं
But you know, funny enough, I'll tell you this, that you know, even like except Jai Upadhyay, because he's got his role isn't very large, but I mean he's still a very important character in the show. But even Chirag Bhai has auditioned for the role. I mean, our process is very meritocratic. It's not, you know, very rarely will we just, you know, you're, you know, you are doing this role. You know, it doesn't work like that. No, because you know how what to expect. We worked with him. we
I'll
know
tell you a
him.
secret also. Jay, we won't talk about it often. There's another actor, very good actor, who was playing that part. And he decided to take on another show.
Okay.
And he actually left us hanging. We were in the middle of the shoot, and for whatever reason, I mean, he must have had his own compulsions, but we were in South Africa, literally hostage to a situation where the actor is not there. And you know, quickly, I think Mukesh auditioned number of people. Chirag was one of them, and Chirag literally came to the rescue of came to our rescue in a hostage situation.
Yeah. Like in 2 days.
So sometimes these things happen. I mean, these were difficult times. I'm not blaming anyone. These were difficult times. The person who opted out must have had his own.
Definitely.
उसकी अपनी मजबूरी रही होगी.
Definitely. Vivek, I wanted to come to you next and ask you. We have seen you till now in films where you play a very tender, sensitive character, like in Court. Like in Court, I'm coming to that. Like in Court or in Sir. And in this film, you have a lot of grey shades, and it is apparent in the way your performance is also timed. So how was that process like to come from that stage and to work in a world which is a thriller, kind of a mainstream language? So yeah.
It was very exciting. Straight away, off the bat, very exciting. Like Amruta, I didn't get to chino it or the job or anything, but Mukesh's office called me and I did my round of auditions, and it took like 3-4 months from January till about July. So each time I would find out more and more information about the show, and I was very excited. You know, as a young boy, you know, you want to play with guns, you want to jump off things, you want to be involved in action, and I never got to do any of that, you know, and I'm very grateful for the work I had, but I knew that there was something inside me that I could explore more and other things. So I'm very grateful that, you know, this worked out the way it did and I got to do these things. Yeah, and no matter how challenging it was a blessing, because I've learned so much from the from the series that you know, I already used what I learned from the series in my next project that I worked on, because you know, and that's really the learning that you get as an actor. So I'm very grateful, and yeah, just very excited. Yeah, and I'm glad you watched the first couple of episodes.
Yeah, it's a delight to see you.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just-
thank you, thank
It
you.
is beautiful.
Yeah, and I just want to say, you know, we're really lucky because, you know, you mentioned some of the cast members, most of the ship's crew as well. We are very fortunate, and even our co-actors from South Africa, I think we got really lucky with just the entire the look of the show and the faces in it, and everybody, you know, whether some of them are trained, some of them are non-actors, you know, but I think they've all brought something unique to the character. And again, then that goes also credit to the not only the producers but also the writers, because there are arcs for all of these parts, you know, like whether there's a Harry Pamar or Naresh or you know, Pritika Chawla, Gitanjali, you know, Casey, all these boys who are part of the crew, you know, they have their own journey. So it was a lot of fun, very exciting, man.
Beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Jai, again I wanted to come to you and ask you the visual structure, the visual style of the film. mostly when we look at third world countries in films, it's always sepia toned, yellow, but we don't get to see that here, and that's quite a relief. So how was that process like to create the visuals for the film, which look very fresh?
So a lot of our referencing actually, you know, most people actually, one huge, you know, inspiration was this series called 000, which is on Prime.
000.
Okay.
It's a fantastic show. But I mean, again, it fantastic show. And I mean, there was something very new about it, even though it's a story that's been told before so many times, and maybe by the same filmmaker also, Solima, you know, but it has such a nice burst of freshness. With this, I feel the look that came in a huge, you know, thing has to go to Jal. Jal has to be given a lot of credit. He's our cinematographer.
Oh, okay.
Our cinematographer, Jal Kawasji, you know, he just passed out of NYU.
Okay.
And he's someone I've known since, you know, college, since we were in Pune. And yeah, this is his first.
Wow.
Yeah, this is his first.
Like it's
Oh, he's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal, and you know, this is his first job, and I think a lot of that goes to him, and a lot of our referencing actually came from pictures and photographers like, you know, George Crudwell or Robert Dosneau and things like that. You know, most people reference from other movies.
Yeah.
We reference from books or photographs or paintings. That's how we understood the lighting patterns, which is why you'll notice that, you know, the show is extremely saturated. It's high contrast. It's, you know, we're not trying to be safe.
Yeah.
We're actually trying to push it.
Yeah.
But we are consciously trying to go for something different that hasn't been done, and there is no sepia tone.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like, you know, Africa filter. Yeah, there's no Africa filter.
Exactly.
You know, which is that you have that thing. Okay, this is set in an Arab country.
Very
It's like,
warm,
Yeah.
like excessively warm.
yeah.
Yeah. Hansal, आपको पूछना था next कि you have earlier worked as a creator, a director, and here you are a showrunner. How do you look at these three roles?
In this show, unfortunately, the mandate from the platform does not allow for a different credit, you know, credit of a father. Like you cannot say Father Hansal Mehta. So the showrunner is another name for a father. I think I was there to support the vision, to support the freedom that Jai needed to do this, because you know, him and me, while we have worked together, he is very much his own beast, and to be able to explore the beast within himself, you know, which is this larger than life style of filmmaking, making it entertaining, making it more, you know, the visual grammar that comes from within him. So my job was to help him stay focused on the story while he explored his all his you know, the child within him.
Right. Beautiful. Just one last question to Amruta. We've all seen you, like I have seen you personally in your Marathi films, in Katyar Karzat Gusli or in Razi. Chandra I have not seen.
चंद्र त्याने फक्त गाणे बघितले.
गाणं बघितलं. So how do you bring all of that experience while preparing for this role?
Bring your experience as an actor of being on set and handling different sets and people on those sets. But I think हर set का अपना एक freshness होता है, एक नयापन होता है, and you have to just surrender to the director and the script that is there. मैं अपनी किसी भी पहली फिल्म का experience इसलिए नहीं लेकर आ सकती because वो किरदार अलग था, ये किरदार अलग है. And I think जय and you know our writers, उन्होंने इतना अच्छे से गार्ड किया है ना वो पूरी स्क्रिप्ट को and the entire series that I just had to go there, and then you have Vivek who wants to navigate everything in the scene and then take you through the scene. So I think I just had to be there, be alert, be present, and rest was all written very well, and I just had to perform. So मेरा experience yes to handle things ये मैं लेकर आई हूँ, लेकिन because हर सेट बहुत अलग होता है, यहाँ के चैलेंजेस बहुत अलग थे, यहाँ you know 24/7 you had to be alert. मतलब अब कुछ होगा, अब लाइटिंग चेंज हो जाएगी, कुछ मौसम बदल जाएगा, अभी ये लोग है नहीं, you know शॉट के अंदर, एग्जैक्टली
शूट खत्म करके आप घर जाते हो, you
सो मेंटली
you know, you're
आपको
just stuck
बहुत
in that
स्ट्रांग
world.
होना पड़ रहा था
हाँ,
इस
yeah,
पूरे शूट में, आई थिंक, बिकॉज मैं 2.5 महीने थी, बट आई थिंक वी शॉट फॉर 20 और डेज. कभी हम लोग 24 घंटा शूटिंग करते थे, कभी हम लोग 5-5 दिन स्टॉल्ड रहते थे. सो आई थिंक एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ अ ह्यूमन बीइंग एंड देन दैट कि हो जाएगा सब ठीक है, हो जाएगा, यू नो, टेक द डे एज इट कम्स, टेक एवरी मोमेंट, एवरी सीन एज इट कम्स. या
Beautiful. That's all from my side.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Shreyas.
much for
Thank
this
you.
lovely chat, and I wish you all the best for the show.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.